Nike, Google, Starbucks and Microsoft are all consumer brands at the forefront of using emerging technologies to build customer loyalty and enhance the consumer experience. From artificial intelligence to non-fungible tokens, this is the future and it's happening today. My name is Rick Huckstep and this is the Wiser Podcast, the show about what's happening and what's coming next in the tech economy. I have an exciting lineup of stories to talk about today. Let's crack on. Let's start with AI, a space that Alphabet and Google have dominated for a decade, but who suddenly find themselves chasing the pack, which is why it's no surprise to see that Google is taking it up a notch with their latest project called Magi, an AI-enhanced search engine that offers a more personalized search experience using a conversational approach and learning from previous searches. And that's just the tip of the iceberg for Google, who are developing a host of AI tools, including a Duolingo competitor, an AI image generator, and a Chrome chatbot. According to a recent report by the New York Times, Google will be releasing new AI-powered search tools next month, with even more features to come in the autumn. The new features will be available exclusively in the United States and will be initially for a maximum of 1 million users. Now, it's not yet clear exactly what features they will offer, but they will most likely build on the conversational promise of Google's experimental Bard chatbot, their competitor to ChatGPT. Meanwhile, the competition is heating up with Microsoft's Bing chatbot, which many believe will one day replace traditional search engines like Google, maybe sooner than you'd think. Because rumours circulated this week that Google's dominant position is under threat already. Android phone maker Samsung was reported to be considering replacing Google with Bing as the default search engine on its mobile devices. This deal is worth an estimated $3 billion a year in annual revenue to Google. Now, although it's not clear how seriously Samsung is considering the switch, the threat alone was enough to unsettle investors as Alphabet shares tumbled on the rumour. In addition to the Magi project, Google is reportedly developing a range of other AI tools, including an AI image generator called Giphy, a language learning system called Tivoli Tutor, and a feature called Search Along, which would integrate chatbot into Google's Chrome browser to answer questions related to the current web page, just as Bing does today on the Microsoft Edge browser. Speaking of which, I've been using it for a few weeks now and I'm impressed with Edge as a browser and impressed with Bing AI as the AI companion. It feels fresh and responsive compared to the Brave browser I've been using for years. And whilst it's a tool that is already saving me time and making my research so much easier, it's worth understanding that the Bing AI search is only a cosmetic layer on the search engine. It gives the appearance of being the oracle of wisdom, but all it is doing is using AI to read and summarize the web search results for you. The top page returned is still the top page that it was going to return anyway. How the page at the top of the search results is picked is totally dependent on the ad-fueled algorithms, which are opaque and have not changed. Which means that the answer Bing AI gives you may not be the best answer for you. Having said that, it's a darn sight easier to read the AI summary inside the search engine than have to open a page and read the long version yourself. So I highly recommend you trying it. Now, next up, have you heard of AutoGPT yet? Don't worry, because you will. The AI-powered tool is taking the tech world by storm. It's a self-prompting agent that can manipulate files, browse the web, and complete the tasks on your to-do list all on its own. It's flexible, remembers previous responses, and is open source. Developers have used AutoGPT to build complex websites, analyze investment opportunities, and even create podcasts from scratch. This is a major stepping stone towards full automation and what they call AGI, and I can't wait to see what's next. But with great power comes great responsibility, and that's why I recommend you watch The AI Dilemma with Tristan Harris.
So in this room right now, there's a bunch of radio signals that are echoing about, and that's a kind of language that's being spit out, right? And there's also another language that we could put a camera in this room, and we could see that there's people. And there's some algorithms already for like looking at the people and the positions that they're in. So imagine you hook up to an AI sort of, just like you have two eyeballs, and you sort of do stereoscopic vision between the two eyeballs. You have one eyeball looking at the images of where everybody's at in this room, how many people are here, what posture are they in. And you have another eyeball plugged into the AI that's looking at the radio signals of the Wi-Fi. And they basically said, could we have it train a bunch looking at both, and counting the number of people, the postures that they're in. And then we close the eyeball to the AI that's looking at the image. So now we just have the radio signals. And just having Wi-Fi radio signals, you can actually identify the positions and the number of the people that are in the room. Right?
So essentially, there is already deployed the hardware for cameras that can track living beings in complete darkness, also through walls, and it's already out in the world. In fact, it's everywhere that human beings go.
Did you know that 50% of AI researchers believe there's a 10% or greater chance that humans go extinct from our inability to control AI? In this video, Tristan and his colleague Azar Raskin make sense of how generative AI works. They discuss its capabilities and pose some of the catastrophic risks that AI poses to a functional society. From AI systems surpassing human intelligence and control to job displacement and the economic inequality caused by automation. Now, the threats are real and we do need to take action. I highly recommend you watch the video and let me know what you think of it in the comments below. And speaking of action, Google is deploying generative AI to create sophisticated ad campaigns, a move that could revolutionize the advertising industry that they dominate. The technology will allow the tech giant to create novel ads based on materials produced by human marketeers, including imagery, video, and text. By using generative AI, the company aims to create more sophisticated campaigns resembling those created by marketing agencies. However, concerns have been raised that text produced by AI chatbots has the potential to spread misinformation. Google has acknowledged these concerns and plans to put firm guardrails in place to prevent such errors, known as hallucinations, when rolling out its new generative AI features in the coming months. Now let me ask you a question. Do you ever feel like you're drowning in information? Like there's just too much to keep track of and you can't possibly stay on top of it all? If you're like most people, the answer is probably yes. But what if there was a tool that could help you stay organized and focused no matter how much information you had to manage? That's where Notion and NotionAI comes in.
We all crave clarity and organization. We want a quiet space to think. And we want all the information we need to be there when we need it. Notion gives you both. Whether you're working on your own or on a team of thousands, Notion provides a single space to organize everything that matters.
Notion is like the Swiss Army penknife of productivity tools. It's got so many features that can help you keep your life organized and get stuff done. And the best part is it's super flexible, so you can customize it to fit your needs exactly. With Notion, you can take notes, make to-do lists, organize all kinds of information, whether it's text, images, or videos. Plus, they've got all these templates you can use to get started on different kinds of projects, like a personal journal or a team meeting agenda or a project timeline. Notion also has some serious database functionality. You can create databases to keep track of all sorts of things, like contacts, project deadlines, or inventory levels. And you can customize those databases like crazy with custom fields, filters, and views. Notion also plays nice with other productivity tools. For example, when I see a web page I want to keep, I use an extension called Notion Clipper that saves the entire contents of the page into a Notion database. I can then use Notion AI, the machine learning tool integrated inside of Notion, to summarize, rewrite, extract, or repurpose the content from that web page. I also host the brand strategy collection on Notion as a web page for my premium subscribers. It's a database of 250 consumer brand use cases with emerging technologies. And if you're all about collaboration, Notion has got your back too, because you can share your workspaces with other people and work together in real time. It's versatile, powerful, and can help you get organized, stay on top of your tasks, and collaborate like a pro. See the show notes for all links to check out Notion for free. Now, before we head on to our second big story, here are some of the tech headlines I saw this week. Microsoft is removing Twitter from the company's social media management tool. That's the tool that lets people draft and schedule their tweets alongside content for other social media platforms like Instagram and LinkedIn. Just another nail in the coffin for Twitter. Amazon Fashion is leveraging Snapchat's augmented reality shopping lenses to enable the app's users to virtually try on thousands of eyewear brands and styles available from the Amazon Fashion store. Meanwhile, Walmart is working on tech that can hyper-inspect your groceries. The company filed a patent for automated food selection using hyperspectral sensing, which essentially uses special imaging to select the freshest produce for your online orders without using human labor. Now, fashion brands Gucci and Vans have launched a first-of-its-kind collaboration on the pseudo-immersive gaming platform called Roblox. Gucci Town and Vans World demonstrate how brands can drive engagement with digital spaces and how metaverse platforms can work towards what's called interoperability in a way that could increase consumer adoption. And finally, did you know that Australia now has more Bitcoin ATMs than the whole of Asia combined? Now, if you want to stay up to date with what's happening and what's coming next in the tech economy, join my mailing list. That way you'll get weekly updates for free straight into your inbox. You can always unsubscribe at any time, no problem. The sign-up link is in the show notes. My second big story is about global consumer brands and non-fungible tokens, aka NFTs. First, there's Starbucks, who are reported to be close to taking its NFT loyalty reward scheme out of beta and into full-blown production. Here's how it works. You buy coffee from Starbucks and earn NFTs as a reward on the app instead of stars, which is what you earn today. The NFTs are still rewards to buy Starbucks products with, but with a difference, because these NFTs are also collectibles. One of these free NFTs was recently sold in the beta program for $2,000, indicating that the value of Starbucks collectibles can transcend from the physical mugs to digital tokens. Meanwhile, Nike has launched a new range of virtual sneakers called Air Force 1. These sneakers do not exist physically, but are part of a digital collection that harks back to the company's inception and that wild 1970s Nike manifesto. Now, interestingly, Nike is not accepting cryptocurrency as payment for its Air Force 1 digital sneakers, which are priced at $19.82. And they will be stored in a wallet secured to Nike's platform, so they cannot be traded elsewhere. Nike's not calling these digital sneakers NFTs, interestingly enough. Now, here's the thing. Starbucks and Nike are taking NFTs very seriously. In their own different ways, they're both pursuing the same goal, building customer loyalty and enhancing customer engagement. Now, don't confuse what these global brands are doing with high-priced trades of Bored Apes and CryptoPunks. The Starbucks and Nike NFT projects are all about building utility into digital tokens. And the upside for the brands is that they follow the token wherever it goes, keeping the relationship they have instead of getting it lost in the ether, if you pardon the pun. Plus, they get to make money over and over again because every secondary trade of an NFT delivers a small fee back to the brand. Now, that's it for today's episode of the Wiser Podcast. Join me next week for more updates on the latest in technology and innovation. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And remember to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and remember to sign up for my newsletter. All the links are in the show notes. Till next week, and remember, insight and information gives you leverage.